Welcome to the Moody's Tire and Auto Football Extra.
Visit us at Moody's Tire for all your tire and automotive needs.
Stop by and see us at 1600 Columbia Avenue.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Moody's Tire and Auto Football Extra. I'm Charles Pulliam, joined here by Maurice Patton, our area sports expert, and wow, we got football coming up, still some more here, playoff action coming, and we got a beauty coming here. Well, actually, traveling on, BGA, we're here at Battleground Academy. They're prepping for another big game here. Semifinals coming.
Prepping for another one step away from Cookeville. They make the long trip to Memphis this weekend.
Mm-hmm. When you think of, just big games coming across, the biggest one, obviously, here in Williamson County, our two Williamson County teams pitted against each other in Class 6A, and that is Ravenwood hosting Centennial. Maurice, this one, they've been on a collision course for quite some time, and now it's actually happening. Centennial playing against Ravenwood.
Yeah, I don't know that people would have necessarily picked this one when the brackets came down. You would have expected Ravenwood to be here coming through the regular season undefeated. Centennial having to go through Franklin and then Hendersonville to get back to this point. Folks may not have necessarily expected it, but they've put together a great year. 10-2, obviously beat Franklin, avenged their loss to them the week before, beat Hendersonville 24-7 last week up there. The win wasn't necessarily a shock, but the 17-point margin probably caught a lot of people off guard. But they're playing really well right now.
When you think of, going to the Ravenwood side of things, this defense has just been something, as Coach Hester would say, the guys were nameless beginning of the year. You might know one or two of them, but now everybody knows who Ravenwood defenders are.
Yeah, guys like Jeb Stewart and Seth Rowland up front, and some of those guys, they've really done a great job this year, and they've not worried about making names for themselves. They've worried a lot more about going out and making plays, and that's what they've been doing. They gave up 2 touchdowns against Station Camp in the fourth quarter with a running clock with their reserves in. They gave up, 1 last week against McGavock, and so they're stopping people, and that's given their offense even more room to work because they've always been explosive on that side of the ball. And I think the two combined is what is really going to give Centennial problems this week because offensively, I think Ravenwood's got more weapons than Centennial may be able to defend. Defensively, I think Ravenwood can stop more consistently what Centennial brings to the table on offense. And, Ravenwood won this first matchup 24-0, and that's tough to forget about when you consider this game this week.
Yeah, you go back to that, I believe it was week 6, week 7 there, and Centennial had, they got the offense. They got potent playmakers out there. You got your Tyrell Dotson, Deion Sanders, Emmanuel Hall, guys like that know how to make plays. But when you talk about that consistency, they came up flat in that first meeting, and they're going to need plenty more coming in here.
The recipe for Centennial, I think, we saw it last week up in Hendersonville. Score first, score early, put a little pressure on Ravenwood maybe to have to play a little bit of catch up. Not that they're not capable, but just kind of put them in an unfamiliar position of having to play from behind and see what happens. And I'm sure that would be exactly the way Brian Rector would draw it up this week. Easier said than done.
And you look at Ravenwood, actually. Cole Brown went down with that, I think it was an ankle, actually, in the first half, late in the first half. Andrew Rappe able to come in, and he brings a different dimension to him at QB, but both very capable quarterbacks for Ravenwood.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think coming into the season, there was really a question as to whether it was going to be Brown or Rappe at quarterback. Cole Brown won the position, had a great season this year, starting to draw some recruiting attention, that kind of thing. Not sure if he's going to be back or not, but I feel like the Ravenwood coaching staff feels comfortable if Rappe has to go this week.
Coming back here, Battleground Academy, our other focus here going to be over in Memphis against St. George's team that, what do you kind of see from this team here?
I'm not real familiar with St. George's, but I know they beat a really good Friendship Christian team last week, 27-7. So, what little I do know about them, that really gets your attention right there. Friendship Christian's probably one of the better Division IIA teams in the state, as is this bunch here. And for St. George's to beat them by 3 touchdowns really kind of gets your attention, I think. So BGA coming off a big win against Donaldson Christian. Want to keep that momentum going, keep that mojo, see if they can get it on the bus and take it down to Memphis this week. So see what happens with that.
BGA loaded with playmakers in Clay Bethard, Ronald Cleveland, and others. And you know that DCA win last week avenged a loss to them last year that sent BGA home early. That momentum, like you said, the Wildcats will try to keep it going, now one win away from playing for a state title.
To win a state championship, they're going to have to win away from home, so they might as well get started a week early here.
And that'll do it for us here. We got our two big games here. Ravenwood hosting Centennial, BGA traveling on the road. You've been watching the Moody's Tire and Auto Football Extra. As always, you can follow us on Twitter. My Twitter handle, CS Pulliam, Patton _sports. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll be back next week here, huh?
Sounds good.
All right.